Welcome to the InSession Film Podcast for March 30th, 2014. This is episode 58, and I'm JD Duran.
I am DJ Valentine from Simplistic Reviews.
And I am Matthew Stewart from Simplistic Reviews.
DJ, Matthew, thanks for being on the show. In case people aren't familiar with you guys have a pretty cool website and podcast. Tell us a little bit about it and where people can find it.
Matthew, that's your department. I'm just the face.
Oh, my department? Oh,
yeah, I'm the president. You're the chief of staff here.
I'm not only the president, I'm a member of the Simplistic Reviews website. All right, Simplistic Reviews. Basic idea behind the website is kind of sensitive in style, Simplistic Reviews. We try not to delve or dig too deep into movies. We kind of call them on their face value. Maybe that's sometimes to our chagrin because people might not take it seriously because they're like, these guys don't know anything about film. But we do. We do know a lot about film and TV. You can find our stuff at www.simplisticreviews.blogspot.com. Also on Facebook, facebook.com/Simplistic Reviews, and Twitter at SRBlogspot, the three main ways to find us. But anything else you want to add to that, DJ? I don't know if I did it justice.
I just like to say, for Matt, that JD, you run a professional website. You're a professional guy, and I just figured it was our duty as people to come on and destroy it.
Yes.
I mean, you're laughing, but I don't think you realize the tremendous mistake you've made. Matt's off his medication. I'm on someone else's medication. This is probably going to be a train wreck. I mean, but if Lone Ranger is any indication, we'll probably get an Academy Award nomination for it. So yes, I would just say that.
There you go. So there you go. A small snippet of what their podcast is like.
And we didn't even curse this time.
You haven't swore yet.
Yeah, it's definitely a great podcast. It's one of the more entertaining ones out there. I highly recommend it. So be sure and go check those guys out at Simplistic Reviews. This week on our show, this should be a pretty fun and entertaining week, I think, though. We're going to be reviewing Darren Aronofsky's latest Noah, just stirring all kinds of controversy. Will be a very fun discussion. Going off of that, though, we're going to talk about our top 3 religion-themed characters, which I'm still coming up with my third one, so we'll see how that goes. And we're going to continue our Wes Anderson Movie Series with the Royal Tenenbaums. And as usual, we're going to try to finish out the show, depending on time, with films we got to see over the last week. But before we get into it, fellas, how was your guys' week?
Pretty good. I didn't kill anybody, which is good. I mean, that's sometimes comes up. I don't know. It's funny you have the heathens on to talk about the religious film, which is great.
Well, JD's an equal opportunity employee.
Everyone gets a say, even the evil ones.
The worst of the worst get to say what they want to. I've been sick the entire week. It's funny because I went to the happiest place on earth this past week, Disney. But it's also the most diseased place on earth as well, filled with disgusting, horrible children with green stuff running out of their nose and coughing and sneezing and awful.
I love you, Marvel. I love you, Star Wars. Don't listen to him. These
kids are gross, and I came back with some unknown child disease. That sounds kind of dirty, actually.
Wow. Unknown child disease.
Yeah, this sounds really weird.
But yeah, people are listening to this, Matt. You're going to be subpoenaed.
It's the internet. People say what they want on the internet.
All right.
Yeah.
So sorry to hear that you've been sick. Hope you're feeling better.
I don't care what happens. I don't care what happens to him.
I knew it.
Well, my week was pretty busy and pretty crazy because of my friends. Whether they're Christians or non-Christians, they all know me as the movie guy. So I've been the go-to as far as discussing Noah. So when we get into this review, it'll be about the 130th time I've had this conversation. So I should be pretty ready for this review.
Yeah. I have my crucifix. Yeah. I have everything I need.
But it's been good. It's been a lot of fun. And besides that, and with work being kind of busy, it's been a very good week because my Michigan Wolverines are in the Elite Eight. And they play this afternoon.
For a religious guy, man, you put so much money on betting. You're an idolater. every tweet from JD for the last like 2 weeks. Wolverines. He's C. Thomas Howell and Charlie Sheen and Red Dawn. He's just screaming Wolverines every 5 seconds.
Yeah. Well, I know exactly, but I can't help it. I bleed maize and blue, and I love it. And it's been surprising that we've got this far. So it's already a successful year, regardless where we end up. But it's been fun anyway. Real quick though, before we move on, I just want to say we do have a co-host here on the show. His name is Blake Pertuzit. He's been gone for quite a while. He's been in the hospital with some pretty bad illness stuff, but after being in the hospital for a little over a month, he's finally back home and he's resting, and things are looking up. So just wanted to let you know Blake's doing good, but definitely keep thinking of him as he's recovering. Hopefully he may even be able to come back on the show in the next couple of weeks. So we're kind of hoping, but yeah, he's feeling much better, which is always great news for sure. All right, guys, we got a good show. Let's get into it.
And here we go.
You're listening to the InSession Film Podcast. This is episode 58. Matthew, DJ, with all the rain we've got in Kentucky this weekend, I may need to build an ark soon.
Our family has been chosen for a great task. To save the innocent.
The innocent?
The animals.
Why are they innocent? Because they still live as they did in the garden.
Yes. We need to save enough of them to start again.
But what of us?
I guess we get to start again too, in a new and better world. But first, we have to build.
The great flood is coming. The waters of the heavens will meet the waters of the earth. We build a vessel to survive the storm. We build an ark.
All right, Noah is directed by Darren Aronofsky, stars Russel Crowe, Jennifer Connelly, Anthony Hopkins, and a few other people as well. So guys, before we get into this real fast, due to kind of the nature of the story, and it's a pretty famous story, pretty well known, this conversation is going to be pretty spoiler filled. I think it gives us some good free reign, and I think to really get into the meat and the heart of the story, I think we do have to talk about the spoilers. So I definitely, a fair warning there for those that haven't seen the movie, but I think for the most part, you get a pretty good idea of where this film goes. So that being said, what did you guys think about Darren Aronofsky's Noah?
I liked it. I mean, once you get past, is this accurate? Is this accurate? If you just watch it as a film, it's very entertaining. It surprised me in places where I didn't see happen. I don't want to get into spoilers yet, but there's certain things that happen near the end of the last 30 minutes of this movie where I was like, wait, what's happening here? This is awesome. This is crazy. The Battle of Helm's Deep breaks out in the middle of the movie, which is amazing. But I thought it was very entertaining, very well shot. It is Aronofsky. The performance of Jennifer Connelly is very, very good in it. Again, Russell Crowe, he's doing Russell Crowe, but he's very good.
He's crazy.
He's Russell Croweing it up.
Yeah.
If you get to see
Yeah,
if Russell Crowe gets to get
sure.
drunk in a movie, that means that, it's typical Russell Crowe.
For the entire version of our podcast, be sure to subscribe to us on iTunes or on Stitcher, or check us out online at InSessionFilm.com.